Firestorm is flat! Killer fast on that high pistol shit once again. I went from getting no sales to selling wholesale. Not knowing what the hell was going on to the ones you know well. I use crack to my advantage like the Liberty Bell. Ain't realized the disadvantage till I lived in a cell. Sadly though, it's sort of standard when you live where I dwell. Man, I done seen so many things happen in the stairwell. I tried to die to get to heaven. Tired of living in hell. On Rikers Island when the towers fell in hell, what I smell.
What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in to the first official episode of the Always Reach Back podcast. I'm your host, Black Maul, and I'm here with my bro, Don Sess, as usual. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. Excited for this one. No disrespect to anybody else, but I think this might be my favorite episode.
Oh, yeah, okay. And with that being said, let's definitely introduce our guest here, a man that has many titles and many hats out here. One of my OGs, a man who's an entrepreneur, a man who's a community activist, and just an all-around real individual. My man Dwayne, Coach Dwayne Thomas. What's going on, brother?
Ain't too much, bro. Happy to be here, man. I'm honored, man.
Yeah, we honored to have you, man. Like I said, I was looking forward to this one.
Yeah, for sure, man. So
Likewise.
Let's get into this, man. As you saw the last episode, man, give us what's your top 5 favorite cereals, man.
For me, I gotta go Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
I gotta go Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I'm a Raisin Bran guy.
Okay. Raisin Bran Crunch or regular Raisin Bran?
The regular Raisin Bran.
Okay.
Yeah, you know you got the Post and the Kellogg's. It's two different blends.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your preference?
What's your preference?
I do the Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Like.
The Post got more sugar on the raisins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kellogg's keep the
connoisseur
raisins.
right here.
First of all, I had no idea it was two different ones. So
I'm a fat boy, man.
Hey, it's all good. I consider myself one too. I feel like I should have known that. So.
Hey, bro, Raisin Bran, like I said, that's on my top 5 list.
Yeah, it's a good blend. I love the Raisin Bran, man. I'm gonna go Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks, okay.
Yeah, on it's super sugary. I don't eat it no more.
But
and
that's
when you're talking top 5,
you gotta be
I can't
the
deny.
milk, Apple Jacks milk.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
That's what it is right there. See, I do strictly oat milk now, so I don't even know if it would turn it the same. You know what I'm saying?
It might do the
It might
trick.
do something nice though. Yeah, but that was that 4.
That's 4. What's that fifth one?
Fifth one, I'm gonna go with a hot cereal.
Okay, that's a curveball.
I'm an oatmeal guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Any
I like
flavor
oatmeal.
in particular?
I like to throw the honey in it, cinnamon, maybe a little brown sugar.
So you get the plain and mix it up yourself.
Yeah, I like the plain. Yeah,
that's what's
plain.
up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go on a limb. I think Frosted Flakes is definitely gonna get named by everyone that come on here, bro. Everyone we ask that question to, I think we gonna hear that.
You strong on the front? I mean,
I'm strong on that one, man.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, and I'm psyched you said Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't even eat that no more. Similar to what you said about because of the sugar thing.
Yeah, it's too much.
I don't eat any of the cereal that's on my top 5 these days.
Yeah,
I'm an
me
oatmeal guy myself. I do the overnight oats though.
See, no cooking, no heat. Yeah.
Okay, so what's
keeping all the nutrients in it.
What's that?
So you take some oats, you could add some chia seeds or something to it, but pretty much you just soaking the oats overnight with some fruit. So you could chop up some strawberries and blueberries, whatever, and add it to the oatmeal. Pour some almond milk in there. You let it sit overnight so it soak up, and it's like a porridge type situation.
And I got this at I can get this like your local regular grocery store.
I mean, they do sell it now in the stores. I've been seeing it in the stores. I mean, it's cheaper to make it yourself.
For real?
Yeah.
Y'all about to laugh at me. I'm still Quakering it up. So, yeah, no,
I'm
still grabbing the strawberries
Hey,
and
man,
cream.
get it how you live, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't know y'all level yet, but, definitely liking these kicks you got on, OG, with these. Some,
appreciate it, bro.
Maxes, some
some 90s.
Some
90s. My wife actually grabbed these for me, man.
Okay. Shout out to wifey.
They made with recycled materials.
For real?
Yeah, so the carbon footprint is super low. You know what I mean? So hats off to Nike for doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Comfortable little cool Jones.
So speaking on the sneakers, give us your top 5.
Oh, man. Whew. Top 5 brands?
Just your top 5 favorite sneakers.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Come on, man.
Okay, I tell you what. To narrow it down, let's let's do basketball joints. Your top 5 basketball.
Okay, we can do that. All right, top 5 all time.
All time.
Phone pause is up there.
Okay, that's a good one. I knew that was going to happen. Like I'm like, all right, go
Phone
ahead.
pause is up there.
That's good.
We're gonna go with just for nostalgia's sake, because I was so pressed for them when I was young. Adidas Forms.
Okay. Are those the Magic ones?
First, them the Jones with the web on the inside right here.
Okay.
High top with the strap.
Oh, okay.
They look like top 10, but they're a little bit more bulky.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Man, it was the first joints when I was young that was over $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the shell toes was like 60 something.
Okay.
Which was a lot. You know what I'm saying, for some shoes back then.
Right.
But the forms was 110.
Yeah, so if you showed up to the
man, if you showed up anywhere with them, they know that money just walked in.
They knew what time.
Yeah, that bread just walked in. Yeah, forms, just not to really hoop in though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just the way. Yeah, style wise. I'm gonna say the hooping. Or
just period.
All right. Jordan 3s, cement 3s.
Okay.
Either black or I got some all red ones.
Okay.
That I really like. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Jordan 5s.
Oh.
5s, 3s and 5s. The forms, the foams, and last basketball shoe. Let's go with the Michigan Hirachis. The high top Michigan Hirachis. Yeah, when they first wore the long droopy shorts.
Yes, sir.
With the black socks.
I caught a lot of bodies with the Hirachis.
Oh man.
A lot of bodies with
super
the Hirachis.
comfortable. Yeah, them Jones still look sweet.
Great era too, man.
That was all around good shoe right there.
Yeah, definitely was. To this day, to this day, you can still kill them joints, throw them joints on.
Yep.
Definitely rock.
Yeah, if you know what to do with them.
Yeah. So you're a shoe connoisseur. Has this something that started recently, or have you been doing this all your life?
Since we was young, you know how it was. You know how it is. Y'all from the city.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the first thing a young lady look at when she walk up on you is what your footwear looking like.
Yeah.
So it meant so much to us as far as our self-esteem and you know,
social
what kind of
status.
prestige exactly,
Yeah,
man. Like for the culture, like, you know, so yeah, it started when I was a kid. I couldn't always get everything I wanted.
Of course.
But the eye, like I developed the eye. Like it's art to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's like art I can wear though. Instead of hanging it on my wall, I get to showcase it. I get to put it together with some other art, like, you know, put my pieces together and I'm walking art. Yeah, so
definitely.
I shop for shoes for you. I ain't got to be buying them for me. When I'm shopping for them, I'm having an experience. I'm comfortable.
I wear size 12 while you shopping.
That's my size then, so we good. We good. Yeah, we good.
So yeah, that's cool. So you enjoy the visual, the art of it. You know what I'm saying? Even more so than, you know, the appeal and wearing it.
Then it ain't so much for social status for me no more than like it was when I was young. Now it's because I really enjoy them. Like I love to see what people do, the details, like and how they put the shoes together, how they build them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what do it for me now. And I be wanting them. Like if I want them, I'm gonna grab them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna know what I'm gonna do with them too.
Right.
Like most of the time when I grab them, I know exactly what I want to do with them.
Everybody gonna have the same shoes, but it's like who wears it better.
How you gonna?
Exactly.
Because you can see some Jones in the store and be like, nah.
Yeah.
But then you will see somebody with them on and be like, damn.
But not only that, you see somebody with them, you go grab them and it ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Can't do it like that.
You can't put it on. So that's happened to me before as well.
Yeah, you got to get the shoes that fit you.
That fit you,
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. See, I got big feet, so I've worn a size 13 since I was like 14. So I wasn't as tall as I am now. So I used to get cooked by how big my foot was. So yeah, I couldn't pull off every shoe, you know, everybody else. So I was very conscious of that. But you might have already told us when you spoke on the forums. But as a child, what was like the first shoe that you had to get that you was going to mom? Like I need those. Like those the ones I gotta have.
Some shell toe Adidas.
Some shell toes.
Yeah, Run DMC.
Yeah, okay.
They made me need them. And then dudes in the city was working them Jones too. You know what I'm saying? They was like, shell toes was, they had the high top and the low cut.
Yeah.
The high top was like $5 more.
Okay.
I think they was like 65 or 70. It was something like that. They was around that price. Shell toe Adidas though. Yeah. Superstars. That's what that's the technical name for
I
them.
don't think I ever had a pair of shell toes.
You haven't?
I don't think so.
Ooh.
I think back on it, I never had this.
My grandfather bought them for me.
I mean,
My grandmother wasn't gonna buy them.
I think it's a regional thing. Like, you'll get cooked wearing shell toes when I was growing up in PA. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the thing
Right.
back then.
See, it was a wave back then in the city because it was
like,
like
it wasn't
this was a
like
New
that.
Balance town.
Yeah, I was going to say, New Balance,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I'll be coming out here and I'll get some New Balance, go back there. New Balance, like out there, they was like 2 for $50. So it was like some shit you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to wear them joints. But out here, them joints was like $80, $90.
Right.
200, depending on what pair you talking
Yeah.
about.
That's why I came out here. I was super fly. I went out there and getting cooked.
Right.
Yes, sir. So you say Run DMC, man. So I'm assuming hip hop played a huge influence on you coming up, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Was it the My Adidas song in particular that or was it just their whole style?
It was they was like back then it wasn't oversaturated like it is now. It was only a handful of groups.
Right.
So you know what I mean? They was like the most popular. They was the most known.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't really them first. It was Rakim, you know what I'm saying, who made me feel like hip hop is the thing.
Yeah.
Like Run DMC was just like more like a popular group. So their music was on the radio and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like Sugar Hill's record.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and make a disclaimer. My old heads get on me when I say this, but I hate that Sugar Hill Gang record.
Hip hop,
Oh my God.
Rappers delight.
I hate
Yeah.
that, bro. And I get it. I understand the importance of it.
Yeah, it's classic.
But you a hip hop guy like me, you get it. Like it's
I like
so
the
many
message
other
much
people-
better.
There we go. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So many other people I felt deserved that spot. It was
Yeah.
like the introduction to the world of hip hop wasn't supposed to be that. Like it was supposed to be something else. But that's just me and my purest hip hop blood just talking shit. Shout out to the Sugar Hill Gang. You guys are wonderful and phenomenal, and we appreciate you for
Definitely
breaking bread.
classic.
Definitely, man. So you spoke on Rakim, man. So what was the Rakim record you heard that grabbed you and was like, man, this is different right here?
Check out my melody.
Check out my melody. Okay, yes,
that
sir.
Was, that was the first. That was the first joint I heard.
And I think Melly Mel produced that, didn't
Molly
he?
Moore.
My bad, Molly Moore.
That joint was like 7 minutes long,
yes,
too.
Yes, sir.
It was like 7 minutes long, and he was just going. Like, and I had never really heard nobody deliver it. You know what I'm saying? The way he did. So, I was captivated.
He definitely is the person you could look to where hip hop changed into what we basically hear today as far as lyricism. Because to your point with Run DMC, it was a lot of screaming and it was dope. Like, but they wasn't the words he was using. He was smooth with it, thinking of a master plan. Like it was something like, okay, I can see where this is going, and I can definitely understand why that grabbed you the way it did. So. Is that what made you start penning? Like Rakim, you picked up your book and started putting them things together, man?
Yeah, he was definitely the person who made me feel like I wanted to try my hand. And, I ain't actually started writing songs first.
Okay.
I started putting little raps together based off of his verse on my voicemail.
Okay.
So for my phone. So
So you talking answer machine though?
yeah, answer machine. My answer machine, like this.
So for y'all who don't know, y'all can look it up. Back in the day, we used to have answer service with tapes. That's what you're talking about, right?
Exactly.
Right. With the tape, you could record an outgoing message when people would call your house. They would hear that, and they would leave a message once they heard that.
Yep, and it actually records on a cassette tape.
Definitely.
And when you come home, you play it back, and you get to hear everybody's message.
And you were using that to lay them bars down and sharpen up.
Yeah, my outgoing message was a rap.
Okay, do you remember it?
No, I don't remember it.
You don't remember it? Okay.
Nah, but it was off a song that he had. I took the format of his verse, but I made a rhyme about me not being home.
Okay.
And
Do you remember the rap?
Nah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember. It was many moons ago.
Was it to the Check Out My Melody, or was it something?
Nah, it wasn't Check Out My Melody. It was a song called Put Your Hands Together that he got. It was the first verse, his first verse off that joint. So, man, people started calling and I'd be home
Right.
and answer the phone. And they like, oh damn, man, I was calling to hear I want to hear the rap. I'm like, all right, man, you know, hang up. I'm gonna call back. I'm like, they dead serious, like real live want to hear the rap.
I don't want to talk to you, bro.
Yeah, they calling with people on the three-way. I'm like, man, they really like this. Don't like.
But that's a genius idea to even think to do that though. Like I'm gonna use this answer machine to record music. Like that's genius. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
No beat or nothing, just me a cappella spitting the verse about me not being home.
That's dope. How you remember how old you were when you did that?
Probably, I'm gonna jump out there and say probably between 13, 14, something like that. Probably maybe even 15, somewhere around there. Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, around probably about 14. Yeah, cool. Up Taft Junior High.
Okay.
In the 9th.
So at what point did you say, okay, I'm about to try to put a whole song and start putting entire material together?
Well, you know, Genuine, the artist Genuine, they live right down the street.
Okay.
You know, so his brother was like a musical genius.
Okay.
You know, he knew how to DJ, he played keys, he used to play in some go-go bands. You know, he could do everything. Like, and he was in his room doing it. So somebody told him I could spit.
Right.
So I went down there, you know, went in the room with him. He threw some beats on or whatever, and I started messing around. You know, he threw me some beats. I wrote a couple songs and wound up being on a little compilation joint he put out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Genuine sung on one of the joints. He sung the hook on one of the joints. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Genuine, man.
Yeah, that's my homie, man.
Yeah,
we grew up together.
Sure. Yeah, I'm aware of that. A lot of folks don't know. Like, yeah, he definitely is really from around the neighborhood, a real one, you know. So yeah, but we'll get into that, you know.
Yeah.
So y'all start recording music. Y'all record the song. What was the name of the compilation? Do you remember?
Project X.
Project X.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They played one of the joints on 93 and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So how many tracks did you have on there?
2.
2?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I made it on 2 of them Jones.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So did y'all like create a group moving forward, or did you go solo? Like how did that happen?
Nah, man. He wound up getting with Jodeci.
Okay.
And moved up New Jersey.
The brother or Genuine?
Genuine.
Okay.
Yeah, his brother was still here.
Okay.
And I wound up getting into some other things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it took me kind of away from the music.
Okay.
You know, so I started bullshitting with it. I wasn't really taking it serious.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he was. So we ain't form a group. He wound up leaving, and I wound up getting in some trouble, and he wound up getting on and doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that story went.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But when I got out of the trouble, I got back to making music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how that went.
Okay. You care to speak on what happened?
Yeah, man. I started, man, seeking things that I couldn't afford. Got lured in by the streets. You know, I saw people doing things that looked lucrative. Tried my hand, it ain't go so well.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know the details that come with that lifestyle, so I don't need to go into that. Definitely don't want to glorify it at all.
Definitely.
But yeah, just started making some bad decisions, man, some bad choices, and you know, when you take risks, you know, you got to weigh your risk and reward.
Right.
And you know, I had some fun, but I paid for it too, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think the important thing is you're here today, able to tell us about it and share it as a learning experience.
And I'm grateful.
Others. And I'm one of the youngest who has been affected by that story because I've known you since I was a young lad. So I just want to tell you that to your face, you've definitely helped me, and I'm sure you've helped other folks by sharing your experiences with them, because it's definitely. I know people say experience is the best teacher, which it is, but I feel like you can use other people's experiences. That don't necessarily mean you got to go do it yourself. So I definitely want to say thank you for that, because it helped me a lot.
Man, I appreciate you saying that, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure,
man. That's what it's all about at this point, man. You know, trying to, like y'all say, always reach back.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? We got to try to bring as many brothers as we can, man, over to the right side.
Yeah,
you know
for
what I'm saying? And that's whatever's right for you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna try to dictate to nobody what's right for them, but.
Right.
I done seen some things. I'm 49.
Right.
You know, I got some life experience. So if I see you heading in a direction that I think I can help you not bump your head about something, by all means, man, I'm gonna pull you up and say, look, man, that's when you get to say you're an OG.
Yeah.
When you doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people they equate it with a whole lot of gangster stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really about that. It's about, man, reaching back, man, and teaching the young men that it's coming up behind you, that next generation, man, breaking some of them generational dysfunctions.
For sure.
You know, that's plaguing us as a people. You know what I mean? As a community.
For sure.
That stuff is plaguing us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we don't start breaking them generational dysfunctions and thinking errors, man, and teaching them youngers what's right, we doomed, man. The cycle gonna keep repeating itself.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm out here justifying my existence by fighting against that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it in more ways than one.
Shout out, you definitely are. Yeah, very active in the community.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So tell us, can we get into your childhood a little bit, man? You grew up in DC, obviously. You grew up in DC, obviously, Northeast, correct?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what was the schooling like? Well, tell me, what elementary school you go to?
Well, I went to Catholic school for kindergarten through second.
Me too. Where you
Yeah,
go?
Holy Comforter.
I went to Holy Name.
Okay.
Holy Name.
Yeah.
Holy Name from kindergarten to third grade.
Yeah, I went kindergarten to second.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you notice the difference when you got to, like, how did you, because I'm glad you spoke on that because I can relate. And when I left Holy Name and went to public school, I noticed the difference. I was like so far ahead. I'm talking about kids that was in like the 5th, 6th grade intellectually. So paying for your education makes it, especially in DC, like we went to DC public school and it was terrible at the time. So yeah, I definitely can relate to you there, man. So you went from the Catholic school to where?
We moved out Palmer Park.
Okay.
So I was out there for the 3rd grade.
Okay.
Then we moved to Northeast.
Okay.
4th grade through the rest, you know, I've been in Northeast.
Northeast,
So
okay.
I went to Langdon Elementary, Taft Junior High, McKinley Tech.
McKinley Tech, baby. Okay.
Techite.
Yeah, a lot
Maroon
of
Ray
OGs
leads the
came
way.
up out of there, man.
Yeah.
I've heard some of the great legendary tales of that school, man. So yeah, is it true or is it?
Yeah, it's true, man.
Okay.
It's true. They, you know, I was there like, all right, so you know, they closed it for a couple of years.
Yeah, definitely.
Did the renovations and all that and reopened it. It was a new tech then.
Yeah.
That's the tech. I got 2 sons that graduated from tech.
Yeah.
They graduated from that tech, the new
Right.
tech. I went to the tech before it had closed. Yeah, the story's true.
Okay.
Yeah, that joint was, it was joint was lit, bro. Yeah, but you can get a good education. There was some educators in there who cared. But you had to care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't, it was a whole lot of other stuff to get into.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely can relate there. Like I said, I went through DC public school, so I know how that was. So what was the household like, man? Was moms and pops there? Was moms, was grandma? How was that?
Yeah, my grandmother raised me for the most part. Like, mom's was ripping and running. She had me young.
Okay.
You know, so she was ripping and running. So I used to get dropped off a lot to different spots to get babysitted.
Okay.
And I ain't like most of them. Like, it was like 2 spots out. She had like a 5-spot rotation she would use, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week to get me babysitted because she danced that night. She was a stripper. Okay. So she needed somebody to babysit every night for the most part. So I ain't like some of the spots. Ridge Road, some people, some family, friends of the family over there. Alabama Avenue, like the southeast spots, it was some vicious environments I was getting dropped off at, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Some wolves was at some of them spots. So it was like, man, like some of them was family members though. My grandmother house, my great-grandmother house, my aunt house. Like, them Jones was cool. So out of her 5 rotation, there was a couple of them I ain't like. So anyway, long story short, my grandmother, her mother, you know, went on and said, you know, she seen I was getting traumatized, basically. You know what I mean, by that shit, by that lifestyle. Because some nights she couldn't get a babysitter. Right. So I'm in the strip club with her.
Wow.
She can't get one. So if everybody say no, it's no.
So was you chilling in the back?
Yeah, I'm in the back with the other strippers while she go out and dance. Then she come back. Yeah, they watching me. I'm chilling with them.
Exposed to a lot of adult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All
How
kinds
you think
of.
that affected you, man? Like,
It was traumatizing when I look back on it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it was happening, I was like, you know, it was a live action, so I ain't really have a chance to process it. I was just trying to survive.
Right.
You know, but she went on and wound up letting my grandmother just get me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And after that, I had a stable place to be. Like I wasn't, you know. So that was when I was young.
Right.
Then as a teenage years and all that, it was me and my grandmother. My father never really showed up, and he wasn't ever around.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't know him.
You ain't know him at like no in conversations at all?
I know him now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation on how I wound up actually meeting him.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I ain't know him none of my childhood growing up. I met him in my 30s.
Damn.
Yeah.
So how did you meet him?
All right, let's talk about that. So a buddy of mine, good childhood friend of mine, gave me a book to read. We share book.
Right.
Gave me a book to read. Book was a memoir from a guy that's from D.C. So I'm reading the book. I'm enjoying it. So I get to a certain part in the book where he talking about he was doing some music promotion and stuff. And his partner that he was doing, they was bringing people to the Howard Theater, the Warner Theater, putting on shows and stuff, promoting shows. So he said his partner was a dude named Harry Van Jackson.
Okay.
So I remember, like, you know, because I went through my phases where I would ask my mother, like, what's up with him? Like, where is he? Who is he?
Right.
Why my other friends got flowers and I don't? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was questions asked over the years, you know what I'm saying? So at some point, she told me his name.
Okay.
I never forgot it,
Right.
even though I never seen him and never really could put a face with that name. I never forgot the name.
Got you.
So when I'm reading this book as a grown man in my 30s and I see that name, I'm like, nah, all three of them matching up.
Right.
Like, that's first, middle, nickname, and last name. Like, oh.
What are the odds of that, right?
Yeah. So I called mom's. What you say my father's name was? Out the blue. Like, I don't be asking her about him. I ain't talked to her about him in years. So she was like, huh? I'm like, what did you tell me that is? I wanted to make sure that I remembered the right name. She said it. I'm like, okay. I said, all right. I ain't really elaborate. I just got off the phone. So I called my man who gave me the book. I'm like, do you know the dude that wrote this book? So he like, yeah, that's my little cousin's father.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, man. I said, so you can have a conversation with him? He was like, yeah. I said, ask him, man, do he know, you know, what's up with Van? With Harry, you know, what's he? Couple days, the call come back in. He want to know, can he have my mother's phone number? So I'm like, all right.
That's crazy.
You want my mother's phone number?
Mother phone number.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird.
So,
man.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, right? But I rationalized it.
Right.
I said, well, maybe he want to holler at my mother to make sure I ain't lunching, to make sure I ain't somebody that's looking for him or, you know, nothing wild. Like, because I gave him some facts to go to him with.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
Anyway, push come to shove, I asked my mother, is it cool? I sends the number. He contacts my mother, they talk. After him and my mother talk, she tell me, yeah, I talked to him, woo, woo. So he said he gonna call you. So I said, okay. He don't call me. She said, call him. He wants you to call him. She give me a number. So I called the dude. He said he on his way back from Pennsylvania visiting his nephew in jail. He driving back from up there visiting him in the feds. So we talk on the phone for probably about 15, 20 minutes. Get off the phone, he tell me he gonna hit me back when he get in the city so we can talk again. I never talked to him again, right? So I called him a couple times. I humble myself, you know what I mean? I called him a couple times and he don't pick up. So I leave a voicemail, something I don't even do. I don't even leave voicemails, you know what I'm saying? But I leave one anyway. No response. So I hollered at my mother. I'm like, yeah, I ain't talked to him again. Like since that first time I called or whatever. Bruh, they been talking every day. They all the way like been seeing each other and everything. This man still ain't had a conversation with me though. Like, nigga.
To this day?
I mean, now since that's when I first met him.
Okay.
Now to this day, like we done had the longest we done ever been in each other's presence is about an hour, and that was one time. And the other time I seen him, it was like 10 minutes. My mother set it up on caught me driving past and told me pull over, and I ain't really peeped that it was him right there. Because I wasn't even going, I ain't had no more interest in even talking to him after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's not
based on how you just handle it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I found your name in the book, and how is you making it about moms? Like you been fucking with moms though. You haven't been fucking with her, bro.
Yeah.
Like she wouldn't even know you exist if I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, blew my mind. Wild story, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if that ain't motivation to pick up and read a book, though, I don't know what is.
Right. If nothing else,
man,
you never know the adventure you might go on, man.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there, man. So like, I can imagine that definitely affected you as a kid, like you wondering about this person who
absolutely
has no interest. It seemed like.
Yeah. As a child, it was huge. You know what I mean? Over the years, I done healed from some of that trauma.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like it's so many questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That ain't gonna get answered. Like it's a whole like he got 8 children by 7 different women. I know none of those children.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you never know. I could be out here interacting with, meeting my brothers and sisters, and not even knowing it, man. You don't know what I might get into with them. I'm active out here in the city. I'm married now. But I'm saying when I'm younger though, like but even now though, you still don't want, because they got kids, I got kids, so you need to know who your family is at least. If nothing else, you still around, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't want nothing from you, but you can't even facilitate that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But what I've come to terms with is that he probably don't even have good relationships with them either. So he probably can't facilitate that. They probably not going to show up if he's saying,
that's how we carrying one. I'm sure that's a common thing with 8 of them.
That's how I rationalize it in my mind to cope with it.
Yeah, and you didn't pick it. That's
You know what I'm saying?
just remind yourself you didn't pick that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not your fault.
I'm not gonna be that either.
Yeah,
I'm gonna break
exactly.
that. I'm gonna break that generational dysfunction right there, because his father probably carried it like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a learned behavior.
Yeah, and it's DNA too.
Yeah.
Because without me ever spending a day around him, I almost murdered his life.
Yeah.
Based on what I know about him now, you know what I'm saying? I almost murdered his life.
Jeez.
Just off DNA. I ain't spent one day around him as a child. He ain't teach me nothing.
It's no joke. It's no joke.
Yeah, it's real.
It's definitely real. So on a lighter note, did you play sports as a kid?
Yeah, I played football, basketball. Them the main two
Yeah.
for the most part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the way through high school or just?
Nah, I ain't play. I played organized rec ball.
Okay.
You know, little league and all that. But I ain't never strap up in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about basketball?
I told you in high school I started, man, going in a different direction. So that's my, kind of like, yeah, I wasn't. They wanted me to play. I was big. You know what I'm saying? They wanted me to. I felt like I ain't had time.
I heard stories. I heard you was a dog out there.
Yeah.
I could go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wouldn't take it serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You still follow sports to this day?
Absolutely. Yeah. Football, basketball, boxing. Huge boxing fan.
Yeah.
I'm a boxing coach now too. You know. Been doing that for 15 years, so and that ain't even my first love. Basketball, my first love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, we just got into that, man, trying to help the youngins.
Yeah.
You know, it's a story behind that too. You know how we got into doing that. But yeah, we've been functioning as a gym for 15 years now, man, by the grace of God.
So how did the gym get started?
It started with, all right, this is how it went. You know, Loke.
Yep.
Me and Loke had the Rolling Stones album out.
Right.
We was getting ready to start doing open mics like 3 nights a week.
Okay.
We realized being on stage take a lot of energy. We need to get in some shape.
Right.
So we hollered at Tay. Asked Tay could he work the midst with us, help us get in some shape so we can, perform. We started doing that, man. It wound up us starting to have some real conversations.
Okay.
I was at a different place in my life. We was all at different places in our lives, but we all had some of the similar issues, that was going on with us as men. you know. So in the midst of him helping us get in shape, we wound up figuring that, you know, it's a lot of people that need that kind of help, these kind of conversations, that kind of mentoring. So it led to what we have now, which is a functioning boxing gym, Diamonds in the Rough, and mentoring program at the same time. So it ain't just really about the boxing with us. You know, it's about helping these youngers, man, giving them somewhere safe to be first and foremost. And then when they in that safe environment, man, having them around some positive men, you know, with some real life experiences, man, that can impart some wisdom on them to help them along their way. And we've been doing it for a minute, and we got a lot of success stories. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's something I'm real proud of that.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, as far as music, man, Struggle Music Group, man, talk to me about that.
SMG.
Yeah, baby. Bro. That was a vision, man, that I had, man, after, you know, trying my hand with the music a couple different ways.
Right.
Like I said, we was making music back when I was young, innocent, in the room with Genuine, his brother, working with Jimmy. I'm gonna stop calling him Genuine's brother too. The man named Jimmy. Yeah, name drop. Keep on name drop. Yeah, Jimmy, that's my man, man. Nah, I'm telling you, he's a very, very, man, brilliant, talented dude in his own right, man. Like right now, and he got some stuff he's working on or whatever, man. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, what was I talking about, man? I lost my Struggle Music Group. So after, you know, I got to a point where I was trying it one way, I tried it another way, and nothing really worked out how I felt like it should have worked out. I ain't gonna say, you know, it was nobody's fault, it just didn't happen. So I decided I want to try to do it myself, you know, for once, like with no help at all, like with nobody able to say this is how it's gonna go but me, for the most part. Let me try that way, because I ain't tried that way yet. I've been always codependent upon somebody else for me to do something I'm saying I want to do. So I wanted to change that narrative right away. So I said, all right, it's just me, Struggle Music Group. But I wound up including a bunch of people. You know what I mean? That's why I hence group. But it was just about making music, man, that defines the struggle. Whatever your struggle is. But for the most part, the struggle that most of us in the culture deal with. You know, all the things we deal with. Like, we wanted to be the voice for that, for that. Basically be the soundtrack for the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that came about. So we locked in, man, with a producer, man, and locked in with a studio, paid for a block of time. Everybody lined up their albums. We put dates together, man, and we said, man, let's go, you know. And we started knocking projects out and putting out some decent music, you know. It ain't never really do nothing groundbreaking or reach a whole bunch of ears for real, but it was some quality hip hop.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Me, I definitely want to tell you that right now, man.
I appreciate it, bro.
I'm happy to be a part of that. I remember when it was coming out the crib in the basement.
Most definitely, man. Phase 2, yep. We built our own studio in the basement, man. We had the booth, man. Yeah, the Dons used to come through, man, and blast that joint. The batting cage, man. Yes, sir.
Bro had the bat. We got the bat over there. I got that in homage of you. I remember you always had the bat there. Go in there and make a hit.
Come in there and knock one out the park, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you definitely, I want to just let you know it made an impact because it affected me and other, because even though you got people who go on the mainstream, whatever, I felt like it's important that I got to see somebody that I could touch and talk to, that I saw every day, who was achieving and going after something that I wanted to do. So it made me want to go that much harder, brother. So I definitely want to say thank you and give you your roses for that, because
I appreciate it, bro.
It definitely made me get out here and do my thing and get in that booth and spit my little lines, you know.
Hey, y'all was working. You and Johnson was working. I heard that work y'all had.
Yeah, for sure, man. And you were a big part of that, though. So like even if y'all don't want you to feel like, you know, it wasn't groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking to me. Man,
that's enough for me then. It did what it was supposed to do.
You
then.
were like the first real artist that I seen, like, that you really had it. Like, it was different. Like, you could tell when you went in there, it wasn't no game time. Like, you had it. And even listening to the projects,
that means
like
something
I
right there.
I mean, the National, Washington National, that was like the joint that I heard that, to this day, like, I got it on the computer and with my phone.
I appreciate that, man.
That joint was heavy.
Make me tear up in this joint.
Hey, man, look here. Hey, I felt like this needed to be like the norm. Like, you know what I mean? Because in our community, we tend to wait till something happen to somebody, and then everybody, oh, he was such a nice person, he did this.
Right.
Man, let them know why they still here. You know what I'm saying, man? Look, bro, I appreciate you. I love you. I care about you. Everything you've done, I definitely realize that. And yeah, we're gonna continue to do this moving forward. So like,
speaking of moving forward though, y'all two need to do something
for
together.
Sure.
I mean,
for sure, like that ain't.
I mean, I'll be on the producer side. Whatever, get something together. We could definitely make that happen.
I know it's gonna be great I know it's gonna be great if y'all touching it with me. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely.
Do a song before that never got recorded. And I
still got the verse.
I just found my verse in the old email.
All the time, right? Yeah, I still got the verse for that junk, man.
Yeah.
And I still approve of it too. I read it probably about 6 months ago. I happened to be leafing through the tab, and I was like, I supposed to did this joint with Don Lee. And I read through the verse. I was like, I still approve.
I seen my joint. I was like, I was saying some shit on here. I can't catch the cadence though. I'm like, damn.
Right, I don't remember the track that you had picked out for that.
I don't know. It was a custom. It was a joint. SMG had one of them beats. You gave us a whole
record. We had in the vault.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, we definitely gotta make that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a bet, man.
Ain't nothing. So
we can stamp that right now.
Heard that here first.
Look out for that. Yeah, look out for that. Gonna shoot a visual and everything. I'm saying it right now. Yeah, we doing that.
So while we on the hip hop, you already mentioned Rakim. Give me your top 5 MCs. It could be your favorite MCs or the ones you think are the best all the time. Ever.
All right. I'm gonna go Rakim. I'm gonna leave him on there, representing for the golden era.
For sure.
Hove. Yeah, Jay-Z, my GOAT.
Yeah.
Hands down, greatest all time for me. Yeah, for me. Also representing for my era and the East Coast. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm heavily influenced by West Coast hip hop.
That's good.
You know, Dre and them did their thing, man. All them dudes, man. MC8, all at West Coast. So I feel like coming out the West, if I got to crown somebody, it ain't strictly off lyricism though. Right. It's just off, I think, impact.
Okay.
On the culture, Snoop.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm at Rakim, Hov, Snoop, Scarface. Is in my top. And that's you know not really down south, the Texas that you know what Space bring to the table.
Yeah, I mean
everyone you just named.
People do say it.
People you say you sound like Face on the tracks.
My wife say she don't hear it though. She say she says she think it's just that we dead serious on the mic and that we good storytellers.
I was just getting ready. That's what I was getting ready to say. Your ability to tell stories is where I see the similarity at for sure. I feel like Face is definitely a great storyteller. Yeah. And everyone you name, with the exception of Rakim, I believe, he's done tracks with.
Right.
And like, you know what I mean? Like it's like Face shows you why he's in high regard when you get on the track with him. So I love that for sure.
Yeah, he in mine. And fifth, man. All right, I'm gonna go somewhere where y'all probably, you know, it's relative. It's my top 5.
Your top 5.
But I really want to give it to Lil Wayne. Honestly, I want to.
Right.
But I'm not.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it to Wale.
Okay.
That's my homie.
From the city.
Yeah, that's my homie. I don't know him.
Right.
You know, I done dapped him up before down U Street.
Yeah.
But I don't know him. But that's my homie. He is DC in the industry for me. Like when I see hip hop. And when I look for DC in it, he ain't he done showed DC in the industry more than anybody else to me.
Agree.
You know, so and his lyricism up to par. Yeah, his catalog is strong enough to be in the greatest all time talks. And he's still making music.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get that fifth spot to Lay, man. And that could change. Like if you ask me this 3 months from now, I might say something else.
No, I'm the same. Look here, I'm the same way. Like right now,
and I don't think it should be a problem with that. Like I think people get stuck on like you can't replace anybody or move the top.
Yeah, you notice he ain't named 2 people that normally make it in everybody.
Pac and Biggie.
Exactly.
Or Nas.
Or Nas, exactly.
Or Eminem for somebody.
Or Eminem. Man, he could very easily have that fifth. Any of them could very easily have that fifth.
For sure.
Including Wayne, though. If I wasn't going to get it laid on, it probably would have been Wayne.
Wayne is in mine, for sure.
I'm
shocking to him, I'm sure.
Oh, shocking, for him.
Because I'm not the biggest Wayne fan, but I'm not a hater either. Like, I lived that era.
Yeah.
Wayne was crushing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
definitely, Wayne's in my top 5. Like, if you know me, you know that. Like,
like he's there. Like, I'm with you on, let me see. I got Wayne, I got Face, I got Jay, I got Pac, my goat. Like, and I'm gonna explain why. Like, I was only 10 years old when he died.
Okay.
But the thing about Pac, I got so much lessons. Like, I learned a lot from hip-hop music. I'm one of them kids. I'm one of the people who listen to hip-hop, and I learned a lot, whether it was Pimp C giving me game, Face. But when it came to, like, self-awareness about me as a black man, I learned a lot of that shit listening to Pac, you know what I'm saying? And for him to get to the level he got, spitting that type of stuff, I hold it at a, you know what I'm saying, a regard. I mean, now, lyrically, I get it. There's people who can metaphorically and, you know, put all that stuff together better than punchline. I get all that. But as far as the shit you feel, there's very few artists who music like him, DMX, you know what I'm saying? Like that you feel that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Be in the top 5.
Yeah, for sure.
He could.
The only thing keep the X out of mind is the shit that happened. We've seen too much bull stuff, you know what I'm saying? Afterwards, he's just like, damn, and the music he's put out, you know what I mean? Same thing we seeing Eminem go through right now. Like, Eminem needs to stop making music, in my opinion, young. It's like, bro, that stuff is... You gotta have the Eminem fans go heavy. I mean, look.
I mean, that last album he dropped, I'm gonna tell you this how I am with him. Whenever he drops something, I sit down and I listen to it undisturbed from top to bottom all the way through. And I usually never listen to it again after that.
And that's bad.
I usually never play it again. I usually never listen to it again. And it ain't because he's not doing a lot of awesome things.
It's right.
Lyrically. It's just...
It don't touch you.
And it's too much to, like, to decipher and listen to. Like, it's... So, it ain't that I'm being lazy. It's just that it ain't friendly.
Music to your
sonically. To my ears. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's why... I'm not more of a Nas fan than as I'm not more, like most people love Nas.
I'm a Nas fan.
Very, very low on my list because of his cadence and the way
his beat selection.
Exactly.
It's
just something about the way he delivered it that it ain't sonically, it don't do it for my ears.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I feel like I feel like M has the worst beat selection ever, which is crazy because you got Dre in your back pocket. Like, you would think your production would be, but I did a lot of my rap pattern after M. Like, the way I put my lyrics together, try to use these words and all, like, was listening to him.
He's a scientist.
It hurts me. You have no, seriously. Like, I'm the guy, you know how Lord Jamal went on this whole rant about nobody in. Okay, I was the one nigga in there listening to M. And he right. You don't, like, when you that dude, like, niggas look at you like you the weirdest nigga ever. Like, I've been having this debate since Marshall Mathers dropped. So to get to a point where, I mean, because at the end of the day, my thing with him was I was never there for the song. Well, I'm not gonna say for the songs. His lyricism and the technical shit he was doing to me was so great that I was ignoring a lot of that shit in the beginning.
Right. Overall.
Overall. But now it's to a point where it's like, you not even. Like, you 40-something years old, you got a song called Stepdad, bro. Like, my stepdad. I'm like, all right, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not even trying to, like, pick on. But it's just like, yeah, bro, like, I need you to progress a little bit, yeah, and that's all, man. So, I learned M, and I know M one of the people be listening to the comments and all of that. And if you make it on the page, I know. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, this guy is a guy who I hold in high regard. Like, I am the dude who has been, like, if y'all go on these Facebook hip-hop groups and shit that I'm in, like, Slim, I'm getting called the Stan and all that, because I'm like, yeah, got my man fucked up. But then he dropped Stepdad and then all this other shit, and I'm just like, all right, man. So, yeah, I want M to stop, man. Like, I just want him to, like, just stay at your... or even just recreate yourself. That's all, because Wayne had to do that. Like, Wayne had a period when that shit was slumming, you know what I'm saying? He had to step back. He was going through a lot with the record company and the lawsuits and all that, so maybe that was playing a huge effect on him. Yeah. And now he sound like I like Funeral. Like, you know what I mean? That joint was alright to me. I liked it more than I liked Carter 5. Like, that joint was pretty good to me.
So. He went in on that mahogany joint.
Man, what? You hear me? You hear me? You hear me?
Indeed,
I like the joint with Lil Twist. David Young, man. That was that joint there,
They murdered that joint too.
So, yeah,
That
Dwayne.
mahogany definitely.
Yeah.
Mahogany dashboard out there, the dashboard that nigga.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's classic
bro.
Wayne, man. Like,
Yes,
again, like I said, like he said, Wayne could have easily been in this top 5.
Ain't no doubt.
He's in mine, you know what I'm saying? He's in yours. So the guy, he definitely is a guy who we all respect, man.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, man, you definitely smelling good. The fragrance you got on, what's that you got on, brother?
So I mixed some black oud and some white oud. It's 2 imported oils.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an oud guy. I wear ouds most of the time.
Okay.
Definitely wear all imports, though. We sell, we got over 500 domestic fragrances, but I don't wear them.
You don't? Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
They excellent. I mean, people love them. Once I got on the imports, I ain't never go back. That's all.
So where is it imported from?
Saudi Arabia, Africa. It just depends on what the fragrance is and where they have to source it from.
Oh, okay, cool, man. So how did you get started with that, man? Getting into the fragrances and the natural shea butters and everything the way that you are, man.
Well, my son was selling them.
Okay.
My oldest son, Dwayne.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a devout Sunni Muslim. And he's on his deen. He ain't playing with it. It ain't a fad. He dead serious about it. So he was selling them, to make some extra money. And he was going up Philly and buying the bottles that we sell down here for $5. He was going up there buying them wholesale and coming back down. He was catching a mega bus up there. So I said, man, I'll dry you up just to get some bonding time with him. Spend some time with him. I said, I'll dry you up. So I went up with him. So I saw the math on it, saw what he was doing. I saw how he was operating. So about the 3rd time I took him to re-up, I went on and spent $100. I bought something.
Okay.
Came back, got him off, and people was liking it. I started figuring out which ones people like, So since I was taking them up, I kept grabbing, and before you know it, I had quite a bit. So, I just kept going, found another way to get it, from without going to Philly, and the math was even better.
Right.
So, of course, I moved in that direction, and, it got even better. So, man, next thing you know, I started adding people started asking for soap, shea butter. So I bought the shea butter home. My wife went there, she a chef.
Okay.
So she went in there and used her cooking skills and mixed some other essential oils with the shea butter and whipped it with a cake mixer and brought it to, she created something wonderful.
I got some of it on right now, that whipped shea butter.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it got to the point where, I couldn't just walk around with the belts on no more. I had too much merch.
Right.
So we started setting the table up in front of the laundromat right across from Hagen Jamal.
Right.
And, people stopping by, grabbing what they need or whatever the case may be. Yeah. We pack the car up, go home. We sit out there for some hours, grind a little bit.
Same mentality, just switch the hustle up.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. Exact same mentality, just legal products. That's it. That's it. There's no difference.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
So now we got our tax ID number, LLC. We official now.
What's the name of the company?
Fragrance of Life. Yeah, Fragrance of Life.
Okay.
Yep, my wife created the logo. Yeah, contact info 202-867-1611. You can call and book an appointment. You can shop on our mobile store, or you can go onto our website. All of our products are available there too. That's www.fragranceoflifedc.com.
Yes, man. Y'all on the gram too, right?
Yeah, we on Instagram too. _Fragrance of Life DC. That's the business page, and then _Fragrance of Life is my personal page.
That's what's up, man. We definitely gonna go get a shot in there, throughout.
I appreciate y'all too, man. Y'all continue support. Y'all always, come get to each other.
I got it's time for me to re-up. I just starting to use the last bit of my oils now.
I got the peppermint soap from them and the shea butter soap, man. But that peppermint, man.
You tried it yet?
Oh man, that's my favorite.
Yeah, you always said you was already
bro. Nothing feels better. I've tried them. I ain't gonna say them all, but I've tried a lot. That one, man, it's just great.
They sourcing that peppermint oil from Tanzania.
Yeah, okay.
That they putting in that soap.
Yeah.
So it's a peppermint essential oil, but they sourcing it from a peppermint plant that they growing over there.
Oh, okay, see, I didn't even know that.
So it's super strong. Like that's Yeah.
See, and not only does he have the products, as y'all can hear and see, my man had the knowledge on it and can educate you.
Always studying.
Yep,
Always studying. We just added crystals and gemstones to our inventory as well.
Okay.
So we still studying those now, but we got our first shipment.
Chakras aligned, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, get that energy right. Get that energy right.
Yeah, we
got the sage and everything
that.
for you.
Yeah, the nice smudge sticks. Definitely need one of those.
Absolutely. Yep.
Cool, man. So let's get into a little Mary Jane talk, man. All of us, I like to consider connoisseurs of the plant. You know, do you have a specific type of plant that you like when it comes to Mary Jane, or you?
Cannabis.
Yeah, I'm an indica guy.
Indica, okay.
Yeah, I prefer indica. Now, if it's a hybrid, I want it to be indica heavy, but I can deal with the sativa if it's in a hybrid. But just to smoke a straight sativa, it don't take me where I want to be.
What's your favorite strain?
Man, all time.
Yeah, I mean, you could give us a top 5 or your favorite ever, whatever, however you want to go with it.
Man,
yeah, however you want to do that.
All right. We're going to stay just straight good old dark green OG. Because sometimes that's just what you want. Like sometimes you don't want nothing exotic. You just want some good dark green, just straight OG. So I'm going to put that out there right away. Then I'm going to say, I fell in love with that Gorilla Glue. Yeah, I fell in love with that Gorilla Glue when it first touched. Yeah. Let me think, man. There's so many.
Got diesel up there. Everybody got sour diesel.
Oh, sour diesel. You know, that's my favorite. Like, you already know me. That's my.
I prefer OG to sour diesel for some reason. Yeah. I prefer
I
OG
like
to
sour
sour
diesel every now and then, but I definitely get tired of smoking it. Like say LPA,
that's all they say. It's not as frequent here. That's the thing. Like he said, OG all day. Like you can find that pretty much anywhere. Some real sour diesel. Oh yeah, you about to get some money out of me. You got that. Like I said, it's not as frequent. You know
that real sour,
That real sour, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That real sour, that stuff that stinks. It has your whole house.
Yeah, if it's real sour, you shouldn't be able to face a whole J. You gotta put that out.
Oh my God!
You gotta cut it off. Like you just this. Yeah, if it's that, you're not able to do that.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. So okay, cool.
Yeah, I said OG. Gorilla Glue. It's a joint called London Pound Cake.
Okay.
That I ran across before. It was real nice. It ain't available. Like I can't, it ain't nothing. It ain't at the dispensary right now.
Yeah.
The medical dispensary. That's where I go. Anacostia Organics.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what you feel versus the dispensary versus the street stuff? Like a lot of people feel like they prefer the street weed versus the medical stuff. It don't do what they are used to for them. Mm-hmm. So what's your preference on that?
I think the dispensary weed is just a cleaner high. It's just a little cleaner, but the potency sometimes do seem like it ain't as strong. Yeah. And I don't know why that is, but I noticed like most of them, when I read the specs on it, it's like no CBD. Yeah, it's all THC. Like in the medical flower, it's no CBD in them. So I don't know if they extracting it out or why.
So this is what my ignorance.
I ain't that knowledgeable. Yeah,
I thought CBD was part of the medical benefits of the plant.
So the THC is more of the cerebral high, and the CBD is more of the body high. So it's like more for pain and, I guess, physical type of treatment. Gotcha. And the THC, like I said, helps with the mind part. So if you're dealing with depression and stuff like that, they'll give you something like an upper versus the CBD dominant strains. They'll be more of a downer where they're going to have you relax, chill, mellow body and all of that. So like they got the one Charlotte's Web, which is like, it was one of the highest CBD strains. And that one was being treated for a lot of patients that had, I can't remember the exact illness, but that one was bred to be CBD dominant. Like they was trying to breed all the THC out. So you crossbreeding with different plants to try to take it out. So, and a lot of the stuff, it's so many other things besides CBD, there's CBN, it's like 100 different chemicals that go into it. So to me, it's like they all have to be present in a certain level for it to have that same impact. Like if you take one thing out, you messing up that, you know, that connection, that web.
You're throwing the DNA out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why even your top, I ain't hear you mention none of the runts or none of the cookies.
Yeah, it's so new. That stuff's so new, man.
Me, I tell bro all the time, I think it's overrated. Like I don't care about the name and stuff and all that.
Yeah, it's a joint in the dispensary right now called Gelato Cake.
Yeah,
That's real nice.
I had some gelato cake.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
I've had all the runts, pink runts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too much on that either.
Like it tastes good.
That designer weed, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
I like for mine to taste like weed. To be honest with you, like I'm not there for all the strawberry.
I know people that prefer the fruity, citrusy stuff. I'm more of the earthy.
Earthy,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
that's why I
that's
say
what I'm-
sometimes you just want that straight OG.
Exactly, and that's
A
what
good
the
batch of
OG,
it.
a good batch of it,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
that's cool, man. That's cool. So what you like to roll with, man? You a sheets guy? You a blunt guy? You a backwood guy? How you?
I'm an old school guy, so I'm a backwoods guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We started on Philly blunts back in the day with Red
I
Man.
remember them days.
Red Man had this how to roll a
Actually,
blunt.
I was a Dutch master guy. I just told a lie. I wasn't rolling Phillies. I was rolling Dutch masters. But
Yeah, they would see they.
I came in on the Rellos. That's when.
Cigarillos,
Yeah,
baby.
Rellos, yeah.
But yeah, you definitely showed me how to pearl a backwood. I remember that in the studio, Struggle Music Group. Like I remember them days coming through.
When it's properly put together, man, that's a
you
good
definitely
blow
showed
right
me how to
there.
pearl
Man.
one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody now, especially locally, it's like a sheet and funnel thing. So
Absolutely. In the city, that's all you want to
We
hear.
hear, bro.
I've been on that for years.
Oh, yeah,
like I've been on
Yeah.
the raw papers. That's my preference. Like you know, I'm a bougie smoker. If I don't got
Yeah.
raws with a tip,
Oh, you need the cone and everything.
Oh, yeah, Brian ain't gonna hit it. I come in here with a bamboo. Bro. Bro want no parts of it, you know what I'm saying?
and you know that.
Yeah, so
man.
let them right here, bro. Go ahead and put it right there, you know what I'm
The
saying?
bamboos, yeah. I used to, when I first started smoking them, it was with him. Like he was pearling them joints. He wrote the best
Yeah.
bamboos out of anybody that I
Right.
met. No
Right.
disrespect.
That's
to
your preference still to this day? Yeah.
But
Bamboo classics.
better know it.
Yeah.
Better know it.
Yeah.
Hey, Slim, I love it. Them hemp joints, I can't.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The bamboos, they flake. It's like you got too much ash flaking everywhere.
Yeah.
The joint it ain't pure, man.
You try the raw black sheets, the black,
The super thin ones.
real
I tried
thin ones.
it. I
Yeah.
really don't notice the difference from them. Like I use the regular classics all the time, and I got the black ones, and yeah, I ain't really noticed.
Pretty
It
much the
feels a
same.
little different, but the
Yeah.
smoke's still the same to me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if I knew how to pearl them, just like, bro puts together a raw like I've never seen. Like, it looks like a damn rolling machine rolled it. So, like,
Right.
my joints don't look like that.
Precision,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
The precision. Now, bamboo all day, yeah. I'm gonna knock that out the park, and we going, yeah, you can go play baseball with it when I'm finished, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Right.
it's gonna be perfect. But, yeah, you know, to me, at the end of the day, long, it's about what we putting in it that matters, you know what
Absolutely.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what matters, man. So yeah, you can have whatever roll up. You put some bullshit in there, you probably ain't gonna enjoy that, man, at all. So we got some. How you think these games gonna go? Well, I got you here, man. We got a championship Sunday, man.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs gonna get it done.
For sure.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs gonna get it done.
Mahomes playing?
Yeah, he
He
playing.
Okay.
Yeah, he playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he gonna get it done too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he's strapping up, he ready to go.
You ready to go?
Yeah. They got them giving up 3 against Buffalo. I think they'll cover the 3 points.
Yeah.
Then you got Green Bay and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay getting 3.5. That's
In
dangerous.
Lambeau.
In
I
Lambeau.
don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Now Green Bay giving them 3.5.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah,
my
they giving them
bad.
3.5.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. I'm about to say, because I think it's
That's
probably
dangerous
strong.
though, because they beat them by 3, you lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you took Green Bay and they,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and they might be comfortable with a 3-point win
Yeah.
in a game like that.
I think it's gonna be that type of game.
Then
though.
I think the
honestly,
over is something like 58 points.
I don't think they're gonna do well. They might.
It depends on how it go.
They might.
So who you got winning that one?
I'm gonna ride with Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, that's all three of us.
Ride with
there.
Green Bay.
The Arb Bros are with you, Aaron.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Even though I always say don't bet against Brady, like it's just something
Yeah.
about it. But
Yeah.
Nah, I just feel like the style. You know how like when I seen Aaron play against the Rams, that was the best defense remaining out of everything he gonna see. And I get it, it's a week to week thing, but
Yeah.
they could have put up 40 on them easy. Like the dude, Lazard dropped one. That should have been a touchdown. Then he overthrew Valdez Scantling. That would have been another one. That's 48, 50 points. Easy.
Yeah.
You had to connect on them two. So I just think, and then not only that, this man had 180 rushing yards as a team. You know, that's the first time that's ever happened for Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, which is crazy. Like, he's never had 180 rushing yards, you know what I'm saying, for his team.
Damn.
And that's crazy. So I just feel like, this is the best he's had around him.
Right.
And we never worried about Aaron. We know what Aaron going to do. So.
Yeah, he gonna do his thing. Yeah.
And then to the point to, like he said, don't bet against Brady. I think the fact that it's Brady adds that extra, like, I got to do this. If I beat this dude, y'all will finally give me my respect as me being legit. So, I think
he still got to win a chip for that. Like, he
for sure. You definitely got to get a chip, but in order to get there, this dude is in your way.
He in your way, and he in your way in the NFC for the first time.
That's what make it
For the first time,
You know, I seen a stat that made me laugh, but it hurt at the same time. That joint said Brady has been in the NFC one season and has gone to the NFC Championship game. Meanwhile, the Redskins haven't gone since 1991. Hey, bro, I was like, oh my gosh, that's like, you know how much that
body shot right there.
Now you hear me, right,
Body
man?
shot.
And then we lose to him. And the damn play, man. Yeah. Come on, Aaron, beat this motherfucker, man, for real, man. Like, it's personal for me, man. Like, get Brady ass up out of there, man. For sure, man.
Yeah.
Yep. So, before I let you go, OG, man, who do you think we should get on the show and, sit down and have another conversation with, man?
Oh, man. There's a few people, man, that I know personally that I think would be real good sit down and talk with. Young man Goofies.
Okay.
Yeah, he on Instagram.
Familiar with him?
Oh, y'all familiar with Goofy?
Yeah, comedian. Yeah, I follow him.
Good young man. He trained at the gym, at Diamonds in the Rough. And, we got a pretty good relationship. So, yeah, I'll definitely say something to him if that's something y'all interested in.
Sure, yeah. I was interested in actually shooting one of them little skits with him, so,
Yeah, he definitely, y'all can make that happen then, no doubt.
Hey,
I'm going to go ahead and make that relationship happen then. I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to connect y'all.
Appreciate that for real.
Yeah, I say, too, also the homie Genuine, man. Why not?
For sure.
Hey, if you can make that happen, you definitely appreciate
I
that.
could definitely make a phone call.
Hey,
I could definitely make a phone
appreciate
call.
that.
Yeah. Yes or no is all he can say.
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? So, I say something to him, though, because I know y'all gonna do it right. It's gonna be done professionally. It's gonna be. I know the level of quality. So he know I wouldn't walk him into nothing that ain't right. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
So,
that for sure.
And also, man, the homie Sean Branch, man. Yeah.
Sure.
Good homie, man, from Northeast, man.
I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
We grew up together. Yeah, we I know him since elementary school. So, he got a hell of a story, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Good person to sit down and chop it up with, man. I'm sure y'all would really, man, have a real nice conversation with that brother.
Man, we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I reach out to him as well. All he can say is yes or no. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the three I would think of that I would love to. I would watch them. I mean, I'm gonna watch them all anyway.
One of them,
Any one of them, man.
Well, yeah,
like you said, we putting into it. We gonna speak it into existence. That's how I stop, man.
We looking for the highest possible outcome.
Yeah. And man. So that's how we do it here. Always reach back, brother. So I definitely want to say thank you again, man, for giving us this opportunity, man. This definitely was great.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm honored, man. Real.
Same here,
That ain't
man.
no joke.
Feeling is mutual.
Man, definitely, man. We definitely wanted to give you this opportunity and give you roses, as I said, man. And I hope we definitely, have your approval and lived up to the standards you set for yourself.
Man, absolutely, man. Yeah.
Have you on in the future to keep us updated on the fragrance of life and see what y'all got going on with that too. So
Most definitely.
The website again is www.
Yep. fragranceoflifedc.com.
Yep. So make sure y'all check that out. Y'all support my brother. He's a great brother. Him and his wife got a great thing going. So thank y'all for tuning into this wonderful episode, the first official episode of the Arb Bros podcast. So, want to say what's up to my brother Don Sess over there, bro. Thank you for everything you do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. You already know.
Moving, man. Peace, love, and head grease to everybody. Out. My man, that's it right there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you made it to this point of the video, you're super duper dope, but you can further demonstrate by subscribing to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell so you get all the notifications when we drop new content. Peace.